people wonder why I don't dress the way that I used to dress in Junction City. It's not immodesty, it's compassion. When I left, a couple of months after I left, I went to a store one night and there were people from Faith Tabernacle coming in. It was right after church. I didn't realize that I was going to get there right then, but it was right after church, and I got there and this woman is just screaming at this cashier, mad, and the cashier is saying, "Ma'am, I have to close. It's 11:45. We've got to be able to close down. My manager told me that I need to go and do some other things 15 minutes before we close. You knew that I was coming into this store, and you know I always come to your cash register. You can't close down while I'm here. You need to stay open until I'm done. You need to wait for me." Wait a minute. Her manager told her, but it didn't matter to this woman because she was the one that should be telling her what to do. The woman stormed out after she chewed out the cashier. The cashier was almost in tears. And I stepped up to the cashier. What I was going to tell the cashier that day was, you know, I know how it is. If you need me to write an incident report, if you need backup of any kind, I'm here for you. I saw what happened. You were right. When the cashier saw me, I was dressed with the hair, the long sleeves, and the bun, just like the other lady had been. And when I stepped up to that cashier, she drew back in absolute fear. She thought that I was going to do the same thing that this other woman had done to her. She thought she was just going to go in for round 2. That really, really upset me. How can we be witnesses? We were told that we were going to dress a certain way, that our long hair was such a witness in this city, that our skirts and our long sleeves were going to attract people to God. And here I step up to this cashier and she draws away in that much fear, scared that I'm going to rip into her like the last bun skirt lady. Well, what is that? How are you reaching people? What kind of a witness are you in that case? We can't reach people when we've got an attitude of anything I do is right and anything you do is wrong. When wearing a skirt is more important than giving somebody a tongue lashing for something that their manager told them to do. And I've seen that repeatedly since I left. It's just a repeat thing. I've had it happen to me. I've seen it happen to other people. Just lay into somebody in the community and then talk about and brag about at church how you've reached out to them by giving them a card. Giving them a card after you've done something like that to them, they know better. They know what you are. You'll know them by their fruits. What's the fruit of the Spirit? Love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, gentleness, mercy, and self-control. Where is reaming out the cashier that's doing what her manager told her in all of that? Love, joy, peace, patience? Definitely not. Goodness, kindness, gentleness, meekness, self-control? It's not there. Where are you getting off, just going off on people, ripping into them all over this city? Well, snap your fingers and get this waitress over to your table right this minute because you need something and it has to be more important than what anybody else in the entire restaurant needs, right? No. What kind of attitude is that? I don't see Jesus going and snapping his fingers at somebody and saying, I need this now, and I'm the most important person in this room. That didn't happen. Jesus said, take the lowest seat. You take the least position. Humble yourselves. And if you can't do that, you're not following Jesus. Not the Jesus that I know.